Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Macomb High School, the Hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling brings Macomb High Bombers sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. It is the Macomb High Bombers varsity boys basketball team against the Havana Ducks. And the Ducks lost to the Bombers in JV going on here tonight. This game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Showing a little trouble with the interwebs there for a second. We'll see if everything keeps going here or not. As you can see, a little bit of a glitch right there, but I think we're fine now. This game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling since 1960. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. So I want to thank the Community News Brief for all your local news. Subscribe to the Community News Brief. They have 2 newspaper publications weekly, plus their free Community News Brief each week. Call for subscription rates. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and, of course, Macomb. 1 minute to go in the pregame here as we get ready to go with varsity basketball on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. The Bombers 18-4, I do believe, on the season. Playing host to the Havana Ducks. John Anderson watching from Bushnell, rooting on Coach Anderson and the Macomb Bombers. Thanks for watching, John. We greatly appreciate it. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. That goes for any Ducks fans that might be watching as well. Tyler Southwood, the head coach for the Havana Ducks. The Havana Ducks will have their starting lineup announced after the national anthem. We'll take a break, and we'll be back right after the national anthem here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
Welcome back to Macomb High School as the national anthem in the books. And we'll get ready for the starting lineups. First for the Havana Ducks. We'll let you hear Greg Duncan give those lineups.
First for the visiting Ducks. At one guard, number 1, Carter Brooks. At another guard, number 2, Jared Boggs. At a guard, number 5, Thurston Sisson. A forward for Havana, number 32, Caden Green. And the other forward, number 33, Hunter Nichols. The Ducks are coached by Tyler Southwood, Craig Halls, and Troy Okeson. Now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Macomb High Bombers. At one guard, number 1, Drew Watson. And another guard, number 3, Connor Bishop. At center for the Bombers, number
So there you have it, the starting lineups for tonight's contest. It's Carter Brooks, number 1, a 5'10 sophomore. Number 2, Jaron Boggs, a 5'10 senior. Number 5, Thurston Sisson, a 5'10 senior. Number 32, Caden Green, a 6'1 sophomore. And number 33, Hunter Nichols, a 5'10 senior, starting for the Ducks. For the, send him out of the circle like they do in hockey, pre-jumping there a little bit for Caden Green. Dion Doyle in to jump it up here for the Bombers, and he wins it in a big way to Ian Case. Starting for the Bombers, number 1, Drew Watson. Number 3, Connor Bishop. Watson's a 5'11 sophomore. Bishop a 6'1 senior. Into Doyle, he loses it, gathers it back up. Ian Case has it. Dion Doyle is a 6'5 senior. He starts. One of the other starters, Ian Case, number 20, a 6'7 senior, and Braden Holthouse, a 6'1 junior. Starters for the Bombers. Ian Case with it. Looks down low to Bishop. His pass to Doyle tipped. Oh, what a ball fake. And to the rack, and he leaves it short. Rebound to Carter Brooks. Stolen away by Bishop. Laid up and in by Dion Doyle. And the Bombers have the early 2-point lead. Doyle has his first 2 of the night. Bombers get the basketball on the travel. Dion Doyle has his first 2 points. Seven minutes remain here in the first quarter. Bombers lead 2-0. Ian Case with it. 6:54 remaining. Case turnaround jumper. A little fadeaway is good for Ian Case. He's got 2. Brooks with the basketball now. Through the legs of Hunter Nichols. Out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. A second turnover and 3 trips down the floor for, actually in 2 trips down the floor for the Ducks. Nice pass from Dion Doyle to Ian Case. Ian Case has 4 points now. And the Bombers lead 6-0. Carter Brooks with the basketball. Stolen away by Ian Case. A chance for a dunk here. See what he does. No, he's just going to lay it up over the top of the rim. He'll have another bucket. A timeout on the floor. Charged to Havana. That's a 30-second timeout. Case has 6 points now to lead all scorers. First time out of the game called by the Ducks. It's a 30-second timeout. As once again the Bombers, just as they did in the JV contest, jumping out to an early lead here. 8-0 is the score. Bombers lead early with 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Carter Brooks has it for the Ducks. And that's tipped away. Bishop. I don't know that Bishop actually touched that. I thought Carter Brooks tried to put some English on it and it didn't work, but I could be wrong. The folks at home probably could see it better than I could. Brooks with it now, under 6 minutes to go. Fake pick coming. That was Green, came up to look at the pick. It's tipped away. Ian Case goes on the floor after. It's picked up by Bishop. He goes to Holdhouse. Holdhouse pump fakes, puts it up, off no good, gets the rebound, knocked away, and I think he's going to get the foul call. It's going to be on the Ducks. 33. Hunter Nichols picks up the foul, number 33. His first, team's first. Connor Bishop with it. I don't know who that was to. Holdhouse goes out to grab it. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Dion Doyle with it. Playing outside a lot tonight. He's going to use his athletic ability to get to the rim. Can't finish, though, and Hunter Nichols is going to come down with the basketball for the Ducks. 5:15 to go. That's the first possession the Bombers haven't scored on. Brooks with it now. 5:08 to go. That was tipped away, and then Brooks tipped it, but Holthouse was there to pick it up. Holthouse guarded by number 5, Thurston Sisson. Was harassing him. Now Watson's going to drive, put a little runner up. He drops it off long. Now Bishop's going to try the 3. It's off, no good. Ian Case with the rebound and the putback. He's got 8 in the quarter. Bombers lead 2-0. Ball knocked out of bounds. Malachi Conley checking in. Jake Hobson checking in. Ian Case and Connor Bishop taking a seat. In for the Ducks, number 21, Anthony Foster. As number 32, Caden Green takes a seat. Into Brooks. Brooks' shots partially blocked, I think, by Conley. Finally going to be picked up by Sisson. Sisson comes out top. Now off the bench and in for Jaron Boggs. First time we've called him, hits the triple. And the Ducks are on the scoreboard. Deion Doyle with it, 4:13. It's 10-3 the score. 3 is good. A sports corner 3 for Malachi Conley. He comes off the bench and hits a triple. And a turnover by the Ducks, and the Bombers have the ball back. Conley off the bench for 3 points. Bombers back to a 10-point lead, 13-3, 3:58 to go in the first quarter. Holthouse. They come up to Hobson, top of the key, left side Watson, 3:48 remaining. So Holthouse, Watson, and Doyle, the 3 starters remaining on the floor. First 2 subs for the Bombers. That's tipped away by Brooks. Hobson tracks it down. Malachi Conley with it now, 3:30 remaining. And a double dribble called on Malachi Conley. Ian Case going to check back in. Deion Doyle going to take a seat. 3:29 remaining. Thurston Sisson inbounds it to Carter Brooks. Carter Brooks, the sophomore, playing the point for Havana. Right side it goes to Jaron Boggs. Up top to Nichols. Nichols left side. Brooks drives, finger roll. Put some English on it because he had a hand in his face. Boggs tries another 3. It's off, no good. Brooks with the rebound. It's on the floor. Malachi Conley comes up with it for the Bombers. Sisson guarding him now. Man, all kinds of hand checking. They're finally going to call one. First foul on the Ducks. Make the second foul on the Ducks. Sisson picks up the foul, his first. Checking in for the Ducks going to be number 22, Caleb Ganther. Still 13-3. Bombers opened the game on a 10-0 run in the first 2 minutes, and it's been slow since then. Conley gives it off to Holthouse. 2:45 remaining. Holthouse nearly had it stolen away, and Holthouse is going to draw the foul. I mean, these are Boggs, I believe. It is Boggs going to pick up the foul. Team third. Holthouse shooting a couple free throws here. Jaron Boggs has his first foul. Braden Holthouse had a good look at the basket earlier, didn't score. We'll see if he can score from the free throw line. It's off, no good. First free throws of the game for either team. 2:43 left here in quarter number 1. Second one is good for Braden Holthouse. .230 remaining in the first quarter. With the basketball is Ganther. He goes to Sisson up top. Ganther now goes down low. Caden Green has his shot blocked by Hobson. Holthouse pushes up the floor. He has it knocked away by Anthony Foster to start with, and it goes off of Holthouse out of bounds, according to the official. Deion Doyle checking back in. Watson takes a seat. And Ian Case going to go to a guard spot. We saw this the other night against BPC. We'll see if it stays that way. He actually brought the ball up the floor a little bit for the Bombers. Ganther with it. Gets it across to Foster. Now it goes in the hands of Boggs. Boggs has the only 3 points of the game for the Ducks on a 3 from the right wing, right about where he's standing right now. Sisson up with the basketball, though. Pick and roll. Green. Corner 3 by Ganther was well long. Case with the rebound. He's going to push it up the floor. Looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Malachi Connolly to Dion Doyle, down low, Hobson, fadeaway, turnaround, good. Jake Hobson gets the bucket to fall. It's his first 2 points of the night. That's Boggs over there, picked up by Malachi Conley as we approach the 1 minute mark, 1:05 remaining in the first quarter. JV contest was fast. It got to a 30-point game in the fourth quarter. It was going pretty quick anyway, but in a running clock, fourth quarter made it a little quicker. Down low now, throwing it up and over, but rolls out. That was a shot by Foster over Ian Case. Almost got it to fall, but couldn't quite get it to roll in. It rolled out instead. Conley to Hobson. Case, 3, left wing, a deep one. It left it short. Ball's on the floor, picked up by Caden Green for the Ducks, and back the other way it goes. 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Boggs with it. Up top it goes to Foster. Under 20 seconds remain now. Sisson on the dribble. Ganther with it. 10 seconds remain. Boggs for 3. He hits another one. Jaron Boggs has all 6 of the points. Long shot off, no good for the Bombers. The end of 1 quarter of play. It's 16-6 Bombers with the lead. 6 points by Jaron Boggs is all the Ducks have come up with. We'll take a break. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH. They're all good, and you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
And welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School, 16-6 as we get ready to open the second quarter of play. I want to welcome Jeff Watson, watching from Williamsville. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. The Bombers lead 16-6. Ian Case leading all scorers in the first quarter with 8 points. Jaron Boggs, the senior, has all 6 of the Ducks' points. It'll be Havana basketball to open the second quarter of play. 3 points for Connor Bishop, 2 points for Dion Doyle, 2 points for Jake Hobson, and 1 point for Braden Holdhouse, and that's the scoring for both teams in the first quarter. Ball tipped away. Back in is Brooks, and Connor Bishop is going to pick up the foul for the Bombers. It'll be his first. It's the team's first of the game, actually. Bishop picks it up there. Only 3 fouls called in the first quarter, all on the Ducks. 1 timeout called. Ganther still in the ball game. Caleb Ganther. Stolen away. Bishop. Nichols is going to drop it to Doyle, and Doyle couldn't quite catch it, bobbled it, and gets called for the travel. That's good hustle right there by Hunter Nichols. He caused Bishop to not shoot the basketball. He got down there in a hurry, he hustled back. You got to give Hunter Nichols, the senior, 5'10" forward from the Ducks, all the credit for that not being an easy basket for the Bombers, because he could have easily just laid off that and not went and played defense, but he got down in time to mess up the shot for Bishop, or at least make him think he couldn't take the shot. Tried to dish it to Doyle, and that has resulted in a travel. There's a little pick and roll to Nichols. Nichols is blocked from behind by Case. Green's there, and Malachi Conley is going to get the rebound, and Green's going to pick up the foul. Caden Green gets his first foul, first of the teams for the second quarter. Subbing is Anthony Foster for the Ducks. Caden Green's going to take a seat. It'll be Bomber basketball. On the floor for the Bombers, Malachi Conley, Drew Watson, Dion Doyle, Ian Case, and Connor Bishop. Here as we run through the second quarter. Tell you who's on the floor for the Ducks as Conley has it tipped away. And then he's going to be fouled from behind, and I believe it's going to be on number 20. Nope, they're going to call it on 2, Jaron Boggs. Boggs is going to pick up his second, team's second. 2 free throws coming for Malachi Conley. First free throw for Malachi is no good. It bounced off the right side. Left side to him, I should say. And actually, Bishop doesn't have the 3. Conley has the 3. Holdhouse comes in for Conley. Conley hits the second free throw. (17-6) the score, 6:52 to go. Ganther, who's back in. Brooks. Ball, that was over there was Anthony Foster, stepped on the sideline, and he's out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers. Holdhouse brings it up the floor, back in the game as Malachi Conley takes a seat, and they're back to the starters on the floor for the Bombers. Doyle with it down low. He puts the shot up and over Anthony Foster. Dion Doyle gets the bucket. That's just Doyle's 4th point of the night. Brooks drives. Case altered the shot, got the rebound. Outlets it to Bishop. Bishop skips it across to Holdhouse. Holdhouse for 3. It's left short. Rebound Doyle. Doyle fadeaway. Good. He's got 4 in the quarter. And another timeout charged to the Ducks. That's a full timeout. We'll take one as well, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, right after this.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to Macomb High School as you see Coach Anderson and the Bombers huddled up after the Ducks timeout. Havana Ducks down to 3 timeouts remaining. Dion Doyle has 4 points in the quarter. The Bombers' lead is expanded to 21-16. They are on a 5-0 run here in the quarter. It's actually a 5-0 run because Boggs hit a 3 at the end of the first quarter to cut it to 16-6. It'll be Ducks basketball with 6:01 to go out of the timeout. This game being brought to you in part by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. There's a shot off, no good. Rebound underneath to Watson. He outlets it to Case. Reverse layup on a little push. Doyle comes down with it. He goes out top Watson. Watson for 3. He left that short. Tipped by Sisson. Into the corner it goes. He saves it in. Went through the hands of Case. And it goes off. I don't know that that was right, but Pond Plus has a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb, between Erico and Taco Bell. Jake Hobson comes in. Connor Bishop goes out. That means Ian Case will be back at a guard spot again. Brooks guarded by the other number 1 on the other team, Drew Watson there. Nichols. So it's Nichols, Ganther, Foster, Brooks, and Sisson on the floor for the Ducks. And there's a bucket up and in. The first player not called Boggs to get a bucket for the Ducks. 21-8's the score. Holdhouse drives now, puts the shot up, and a charge is going to be called on Braden Holdhouse. Team's second of the quarter. Braden Holdhouse is first. Boggs checks back into the lineup. Ganther takes a seat. 4:45 remaining in the first half. And a steal by Holdhouse. He's going to drive, count it, and a foul. That time it was Foster trying to draw another cheap one, didn't get the job done. Holdhouse gets the bucket to fall. It'd be first on Foster, team's third of the quarter. Holdhouse gets 2 and makes the bucket on the free throw. So the Bombers 24-8 lead now. 4:30 remaining. Sisson with it, picked up by Holdhouse as the Bombers extend the man-to-man a little bit here. Boggs, fadeaway jumper over Doyle. Caden Green gets the rebound. Sisson for 3 right wing, way long. Was rebounded by Doyle out of self-defense. He's going, oh, what a crossover and a layup by Dion Doyle. Doyle has 6 in the quarter now. Back the other way in a hurry. It's off no good on a shot by Brooks. Hobson had to rebound. Drew Watson to Doyle. Watson gets the assist. Doyle gets his 8th points. It's 28-8. So it's a 12-2 run here to open the second quarter. We're over halfway through, so I guess it's not opening it. Boggs, what a take, but he can't finish. Left it up too hard, expecting some contact. Oh, behind the back from Case to Holdhouse. Ian Case gets the assist. Holdhouse gets the bucket. He's got 5 in the quarter. Timeout on the floor, charged to the Ducks. They are down to 2 timeouts remaining. Coach Southwood trying to stop the bleeding while he can here. This game being brought to you by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcast at Sports Corner at 124. Check out their specials. Wednesday, it's $1 boneless wings. Thursday is steak night. Sunday, if you work at an area establishment, restaurant, so on, come in and you get a discount on your food at Sports Corner at 124. I'll give a shout out to Sports Corner at 124 as well. They had a fundraiser for BPC's basketball team on Wednesday night. 20% of the proceeds for the night from 4:30 to 9:30 went to BPC. So you got to give. Oh, there's a pass looking for a backdoor cut to Brooks. Sisson threw it right into the hands of Holdhouse, though. 2:54 to go. Good defense and getting into the passing lane by Braden Holdhouse. Malachi Conley back in. Also in is Langdon Lambert for the Bombers. Up top it goes to Holdhouse. An NBA 3 for Holdhouse. Left it short. Ball tipped around into the hands of Hobson. Tipped away again. It's finally going to be picked up by Sisson. They're letting them get away with a lot of contact down underneath. A lot of arm grabbing and slapping. Another one there on Brooks that time for Malachi Conley. A rebound to Holdhouse, and he pushes it back the other way. 2:25 to go. 30-8 is the score. Hobson. Hesitation. Bucket is good for Jake Hobson. Malachi Conley gets the assist. Hobson's got 4 points. Boggs 3 left wing, this time off no good. Rebound put back up and in by Nichols. Hunter Nichols gets the bucket. It's his first 2 of the game. 4th point of the quarter for the Ducks. 32-10 is the score. Up top, Holdhouse. Holdhouse going to drive, spins, dumps it off to Hobson. Hobson puts the shot up, and he's going to be fouled by Caden Green from behind. Hobson will be at the free throw line. Foul number 4 on the Ducks. Caden Green picks up his second foul. Hobson at the free throw line, shooting his first free throws of the night. He's got 4 points. First free throw, no good. Bombers have struggled from the free throw line. Anthony Foster checks back in. Hunter Nichols takes a seat. Connor Bishop checks back in. Drew Watson sits down for the Bombers. Hobson's second free throw coming here with 1:27 to go in the second quarter. Free throw is good that time. He's got 5 points on the night. Bombers up 33-10. 1:15 remaining. Malachi Conley on a rebound as Anthony Foster couldn't finish at the rim. Conley brings it up. 1 minute remaining. Still on the dribble. Backs out. Gives it to Langdon Lambert. Back to Conley. 54 seconds left. 50 seconds. Conley. Layup off no good. As 3 Ducks fight over it. As Malachi Conley finding a way to the rim but can't finish. 46 seconds exactly on the clock. Up top it comes to Conley. Over to Holdhouse. Wide open 3, right wing, way long. Conley tried to track it down and got blocked out by Anthony Foster. Possession to the Ducks with 39.1 seconds remaining. If I give Anthony Foster credit, he had to track it all the way down the stairs to the locker rooms on the far side over there. 37 seconds left. Walking it up the floor here to end the first half is Carter Brooks, the sophomore point guard for the Ducks. Sisson still with it. 23 seconds left. Dumps out to Caden Green. He'll try a 3. It's well short. Malachi Conley with the rebound. 17 seconds left. Not really a rebound as it never hit any rim. Coach Anderson says, settle down. We want 1 shot here. 10 seconds remaining. Conley looks to drive. He's going to. Goes right to the rim. That time he finishes. Conley gets his 5th point. Make it 6th point as he was 1 of 2 from the free throw line earlier. The Bombers lead 35-10 at the half. We'll take a break. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time, live presented by MDH. Here's a word from our title sponsor, McDonough District Hospital.
Welcome once again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH. And today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here. Right. But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
sure.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you married? You have kids?
Yep, married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do you
right?
know where that is?
I do. I know where it's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that
there
you're
was-
old.
there
That
was-
isn't what I meant there.
There was
Bill.
an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga,
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
Right. So you live in Watauga.
Right,
You graduated from Rova.
correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right, because
That's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
Right.
but you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
Right.
it's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever?
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, make sure, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. And if we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payrolls.
Right.
Struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
We are.
Yep. You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right. Yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had 2 questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose it. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, it's MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with the second half right after this.
And welcome back. A little bonus coverage for you here as we've got some fifth graders playing basketball from Macomb Junior High. I guess maybe elementary. We'll let you folks watch some of that here. Again, this is the Macomb fifth graders playing at halftime of the varsity game. While they're playing, we'll tell you the leading scorers for the Ducks with 6 points, 2 threes in the first quarter. Jaron Boggs, 2 points for Anthony Foster and 2 points for Hunter Nichols. Scored 6 in the first quarter, 4 in the second. Bombers are led by 10 points from Dion Doyle. He had 8 in the second quarter. 8 points for Ian Case. He had all 8 of his in the first 2 minutes of the game. 6 points and 2 of 3 free throw shooting for Braden Holdhouse. 6 points and 1 of 2 free throw shooting for Malachi Conley. Malachi Conley has the only Sports Corner 3 of the game. It's a blocked shot down there. And 5 points and 1 of 2 free throw shooting for Jake Hobson. That leads to 35-10, the halftime score. Once again, we've seen a little halftime basketball from the Macomb Basketball Association, Future Bombers. The fifth grade Bombers team getting some pub there. A chance to play a little bit, sitting behind the Macomb Bomber bench as well, it looks like, for at least some of the game. You're at halftime here as we prepare for the third quarter. The Bombers lead 35-10. As the Bombers come out on the floor to warm up with 3 minutes left in overtime. They took a 15-minute halftime for that so the kids could get a little extra time to play. We'll tell you that this game being brought to you tonight by Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. And McDonough District Hospital wants to thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center as best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experience and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best since 2017. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. Also, the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Blenny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairy.macomb.com. Call 309-837-6700 for your takeout. So we're just about a minute away. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half here from the hangar at Macomb High School. The Bombers lead 35-10. We're ready to start the third quarter in just a few seconds.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back. The student section just getting a little love from Levi Meyerhofer, one of our guys that helped with some soccer and basketball during our broadcast of Western Illinois University. Levi's here shooting some video for, I'm not sure what class he's shooting it for, the Insider or something I would imagine out there at Western, but he's getting some for WIU. Thank Levi for his help. He's going to maybe do some baseball and softball for us at Western as we get ready to go here. We're going to be broadcasting Leatherneck baseball and softball on ESPN Plus, as well as trying to pick up some more high school games as we move through the year. But the high school games are hard because they're just not designed for us to broadcast from, to be blatantly honest with you. Plus the weather is less than ideal at most of those locations. So we're a little fair weathered when it comes to the high school stuff, but we will try to get a few more than we did last year. Last spring was just no good at all, it didn't seem like. As it looks like both teams put their starters back on the floor. It's Hunter Nichols, Caden Green, Thurston Sisson, Jaron Boggs, and Carter Brooks for the Ducks. It's Braden Holdhouse, Drew Watson, Ian Case, Connor Bishop, and Deion Doyle for the Bombers as Watson tried to three there. Tipped out of bounds by Connor Bishop. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Into Caden Green up top, now down to Brooks. Brooks jumper off, no good. Rebound by Doyle, and Green could have got a foul right there. Didn't call it though. 7:26 to go. Doyle underneath, can't finish, but gets the rebound and puts it back up, and Deion Doyle gets his 12th point. That comes to Boggs. Boggs, I don't think took a shot. Maybe he took one shot in the second quarter, but he hit 2 threes in the first quarter. Now the pass looked like it was to Bishop instead of, and Bishop high off the glass as Boggs was in direct contact with him. No foul call, but Bishop gets the bucket to fall. It's 39-10. Connor Bishop kicked that one out of bounds. Anthony Foster checks in. Caden Green takes a seat for the Ducks. 6:44 remaining in the third quarter. Sisson with it. Dumps it off to Boggs. 6:25 remaining. Boggs goes to the rack. And Holdhouse is going to be called for the foul. His second, team's first. Boggs shooting the first free throws of the contest for the Ducks, and he hits the first one. 6:24 to go. Misses the second. Knocked out of bounds by the Ducks. It'll be Bomber basketball. Ian Case with it. 6:10 remaining third quarter. Ball tipped away on the pass Brooks goes back the other way. Drew Watson is going to get called for the foul. Second foul of the quarter, first on Watson. Brooks hits the first of 2 free throws. Second one's good as well. (39-13) the score now. Ian Case with it, up to Doyle, 5:50 remaining. Into Ian Case. He puts the shot up, can't finish. Bishop is there and can, though. Connor Bishop gets the bucket. Bishop gets his second 2 of the quarter. He's got 4 in the game. All of them here in quarter number 3. 5:30 remaining. Boggs going to dump it out to Brooks, up top to Sisson. Tipped away on an inbound pass to Foster by Doyle. Foster. Doyle just sitting there. Foster, you got to give him credit. He's boxing up and posting up and went up for the shot. Doyle didn't hardly even jump for that block, though. Foster gives it to Boggs. 5 minutes remaining. Nichols with it now. Brooks leaves that one short as Doyle laid off. Now to Watson, now to Doyle. Doyle shots up and in from Drew Watson. Deion Doyle has his second bucket of the quarter. He's got 14 points to lead all scorers. (43-13). It's a 30-point lead for the Bombers. Going to go off the arm of Bishop. Malachi Conley and Jake Hobson checking in. Doyle takes a seat, and Connor Bishop takes a seat. Nichols sits down. Caden Green checks back in for the Ducks. 4:25 to go in the third quarter. Into Boggs. Boggs high off the glass and good. Good inbound play and a good bucket for Boggs. So he gets his third point of the quarter. Gives him 9 points on the game. He is the only Havana Duck player flirting with double digits. Malachi Conley, long 2 is good. Conley has his 8th point. Sisson off to Green. Boggs, good thought to Green. Ganther checks in for Sisson. Langdon Lambert checks in for Case. Ganther checks back in, as I said, for the Ducks. 3:35 remaining here in the third quarter. Holdhouse to Lambert. Watson, jumper good. The 2 for Watson, 47-15. There's a layup up and in for Brooks. Watson gets his first 2. Okay. Double dribble for Holdhouse. Tommaso DeMarchi in for the Bombers. Thurston Sisson ready to check in for the Ducks. 2:45 remaining in the third quarter. Still a 30-point game. Foster gives it to Brooks. Step back 3. Good. Carter Brooks hits the three. He's got 7 points in the quarter. Hobson for two. Hobson gets his first two of the quarter. He's got 7 points in the game. 2:08 remaining. Brooks going to drive again. Hobson was there to shake him off and picked up off the ground to Lambert. Watson's going to drive now, and he lowered the shoulder. If he hadn't lowered the shoulder, he probably wouldn't have got the charge call, but he did, and he gets the second foul. Team's third foul of the quarter. Sisson finally getting to check in. Bombers have 3 fouls. Ducks have 0 here in quarter number 3, but the Bombers have extended the lead. They've led by as many as 32. They lead by 29 right now. Sisson with it. Boggs tipped away by Hobson. Now to Conley. Conley gives it off to Marchie. Hobson, free throw line jumper is good. Jake Hobson gets his 9th point of the game. Caden Green down low, puts a shot up, and it rattles in. That's Green's first 2 of the night. And a foul's going to be called on the Ducks, on Brooks. Team's first of the quarter. Brooks gets his first foul. Hunter Nichols checks back in. Caden Green takes a seat with 1:01 remaining. Over to the corner, Malachi Conley. 52 seconds remains. Still Conley. He's going to drive, put the floater up and in. Malachi Conley has 4 in the quarter now. 10 for the game. 35 seconds remain. Brooks with it. DeMarchi knocks it away, but Sisson tracks it down. 25 seconds left. DeMarchi gets the steal that time. He's going to go for the layup. And he gets fouled from behind. He'll be shooting 2. 20.9 seconds left. Caleb Ganther picks up the foul, his first. DeMarchi at the free throw line. Foreign exchange student, Tommaso DeMarchi. I'll get it out in a second. First free throw, no good for DeMarchi. Penn replaces Watson. Zarian Penn. DeMarchi's second one coming here. Missed that one as well. .15 seconds remaining. Nichols, jumper's good. Gets it down to 29. Nichols gets his first 2 of the quarter, his 4th of the game. Conley lofts one up high off the glass, misses it. It's 53-24 at the end of the third quarter. The Bombers lead. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Take a quick break and we'll be back right after this.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
And welcome back to Macomb High School, the hangar. Bombers heading into the 4th quarter now with a 29-point lead. It will be the Bombers basketball. Two teams prepare to leave the huddle here. 53-24. See ya. Tanner taking off on us a little early tonight. Once again, thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports. And the foul is going to be called on Zarian Penn. Bombers first, his first foul. Sisson to Brooks. Starters on the floor essentially for the Ducks. Bombers have all subs in the game. Three, top of the key, off no good for Boggs. Lambert with the rebound, and DeMarchi is going to take it up for Macomb. 7:28 remaining. Conley to Hobson. DeMarchi, 7:20 remaining. DeMarchi loses it. Picked up by Ganther, taken away by Penn from behind. And he's going to be fouled by Ganther. It'll be his second. I got him for his second. Team's first of the quarter. Both teams have one here in the fourth quarter. Conley trying to sports corner three, in and out, no good. Going to go off of Sisson, out of bounds. It'll stay with Macomb, 7:02 to go. Still a 29-point lead. If the Bombers could score here, to be a running clock the rest of the way. They were up by 30 and 32 and 31, but they did not keep it. Now Langdon Lambert can't leave it, leaves it short on a nice look at a basket. Boggs out to Brooks for three. Off no good. Hobson with the rebound. 6:43 remaining. He gives it off to Malachi Conley. 6:38 left now. Conley goes over to DeMarchi. Up top, Langdon Lambert. He looked at the three, decided not to take it though. Conley to Lambert. Lambert puts it up and in. Langdon Lambert gets his first 2 points of the game. Nichols can't finish, is blocked partially from behind by Lambert. Now Penn's going to be fouled by Boggs. Boggs is going to pick up his third foul. Team's second foul. Martin Polk Jr. checking in for the Bombers. In for the Ducks, number 10, Owen Smith. Brooks takes a seat. Number 13, Caden Olson into the game as well. He's a 5'9 junior. Owen Smith is a 5'6 sophomore. Also into the Bombers lineup, number 13, Isaac House, a 5'7 junior. 5'7 may be a bit of a stretch for Isaac House. Knocked away from House, and it'll go back the other way. Sisson with it for the Ducks. 5:15 left. Clock will run the rest of the way. That's going to be kicked out of bounds by Hunter Nichols. Foster and Green check back in. Sisson and Nichols take a seat for the Ducks. They actually put that ball back in play before Nichols was off the court, but clock will run the rest of the way, so they won't waste much time. Penn with it. DeMarchi now. As now Anthony Foster is going to pick up a foul. It's his second. Third. 4:28 remaining. As we said, clock runs here. Now that the Bombers are up by 31. DeMarchi meant to do that. Went off his foot, but right to Isaac House. Martin Polk Jr., long three, top of the key, off no good. Back up the other side, it's Caden Olson. Now Owen Smith with it. Back to Foster. Over far side Ganther. DeMarchi reaches in, steals it away. He's going to try the left-handed layup. He's got it. Tommaso DeMarchi gets the bucket. He's got 2 and a missed shot there. It's 57-24. Isaac House with it. 3:20 left in this one. Baseline jumper off, no good for the Bombers. Rebound by Ganther, and DeMarchi is going to pick up the foul.
Bomber foul, the number 30, Tommaso DeMarchi, his first, team second.
Bombers have 2 team fouls now. Foster with it, 2:33 left. Now the fan section wanting Cooper Hobson back in the game. Stolen by DeMarchi, the left-handed layup up and in. DeMarchi gets another 2. He's got 4 in the game. The Ducks have yet to score in quarter number 4. Another, well, nope, we're going to come up with it is Caden Olson. Nearly a turnover, 1:50 remaining. Caden Green can't get a hand on it. Hey, you want to come broadcast with me? You want to come broadcast with me? Huh? You sure? Here, you can put this on. You want to talk? Huh? You want to talk? Here, put this on. Got a little one beside me here. I'm trying to get him to broadcast with me, but he says he doesn't want to. 1:15 to go.
Havana basketball.
Bomber turnover. Basketball goes to the Ducks. Clock running as we approach 1 minute remaining. 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. 59-24 is the score. So Ryan Penn nearly got a steal. It goes out of bounds, though. It'll stay with the Ducks. 45 seconds left. Olson gives it to Foster, who gets the bucket. First 2 points of the quarter for the Ducks. Anthony Foster has 4 points in the game. Bombers just going to let the clock run here as Langdon Lambert has the ball. Martin Polk Jr. over to DeMarchi. 6 seconds left. Skips it across to Lambert. 2-1-0. Final score, 59-26. Bombers get a win over the Ducks. We'll take a quick break for a couple minutes and come back with some stats and maybe a word with Coach Anderson. We'll see if he can find his way down here. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb. and this hospital because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Well, we're back with some unofficial stat leaders here for the two teams. We'll tell you that the Ducks were led with 9 points from Jaron Boggs. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line, finished with 9 points. He had 2 Sports Corners threes in the first half, in the first quarter actually. Then 7 points on 2 of 2 free throw shooting for Carter Brooks, 4 points for Anthony Foster, 2 points for Caden Green, and 4 points for Hunter Nichols. For the Bombers, 2 points for Drew Watson, 4 points for Connor Bishop, 10 points, including 1 of 2 free throw shooting for Malachi Conley, 14 points to lead all scorers in the game for Dion Doyle, 6 points, including 2 of 3 free throw shooting for Braden Holdhouse, 8 points for Ian Case. Those all came in about the first 2.5 minutes or so. 9 points for Jake Hobson. He was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 2 points for Langdon Lambert. And 4 points, 4 points for Tommaso DeMarchi. And he was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Not a lot of free throw shot in this one. 9 free throw shot total. For the Bombers. They were 4 of 9 from the free throw line. 4 of 9 for the Bombers. 3 of 4 from the charity stripe for the Havana Ducks. I don't think Coach is going to find his way down here. I've got a whole bunch of cheerleaders and stuff in between. So we're going to call that good for tonight. The Bombers get a win, 59-26 over the Havana Ducks. You've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back Monday night here at the Hangar. It's the West Hancock Titans and the Macomb High Bombers to do battle and boys action. We hope to see you then. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you again very soon.